Hey, Friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And it's time for us to react to Dave Meltzer's SummerSlam 2025 Night 2 star ratings. Those other guys sure did take their sweet time. And given that Larson and I were on a little bit of a vacay, not together, like separate, we're a little bit late on doing these as well. But we already have the Night 1 video up. That's done. Ready to you watch it right now.
You watch it right now? Yeah, go watch it if you haven't watched it yet.
Larson was in the hot seat on that video. I'm not going to spoil what his score was.
Not good.
But I'm going to try to best it today.
It doesn't seem that difficult to best my score because I did horrible. I called my shot and I came through. Steve, guess how many you're going to get. Don't guess.
Man.
Don't make a prediction. Spoiler. Come on.
Spoiler alert. This guy's going 7 for 6 today, Larson. Let's go.
Not possible, but let's get after it. First match, of course, was Io Sky and Rhea Ripley losing to Naomi for the World's Women's title in about 16 and a half minutes. That's what Dave had to say. The match was great, but it wasn't anywhere near the level of the WrestleMania 3-way or the recent Sky versus Ripley pay-per-view match. Going on first didn't help, but it wasn't like the crowd was dead, but it was nothing like the crowds for the other matches. He goes to the finish. Naomi did a split-legged moonsault on Ripley, and then Sky did a moonsault, but Naomi moved and hit Ripley. But nobody went for the pin, which made no sense. Ripley hit the riptide on Naomi, and Sky saved. Ripley did a cannonball off the apron on Naomi. Sky did a sunset flip powerbomb on Naomi. Ripley gave Sky a riptide off the middle rope and went for the pin, but Naomi jumped in the ring and did a schoolboy with the trunks on Ripley. That's what you get. This match was great.
All right, man. I'm going to say this. I feel like you might have got a little bit more than the Night 1 opener in which you went for. So I'm saying went 4 1/4.
Give it the same exact score. 4 stars.
All right. Said the exact same thing. I should have just said it was 4 stars. Really? Gave this the same thing as that Night 1 opener? That's wild. That is wild business, Dave Meltzer.
All right, next TLC tag match. Wyatt Six retained over all the other teams in about 16 minutes. Thus spoke the Meltzer. Just an incredible spectacle of a match. Lots of dives early. There was a backdrop spot in the ladder that missed the ladder. They went right back and did it again and got a huge pop. Let's fast forward to the finish. Uncle Howdy tipped over a ladder with Gargano and Ciampa on it, and they flew off the ladder and over the top rope through 4 tables. Frazier climbed up, and Howdy used the mandible claw on him. Phoenix tried to climb up, and Howdy put the mandible claw on him as well. Andrade climbed up and gave Howdy a sunset flip powerbomb, and Howdy crashed into a ladder bridge. Gacy then climbed up and pulled the belts down to win.
What was that first sentence, please?
Just an incredible spectacle of a match.
All right, here's the thing. I feel like spectacle might bring it down just a little notch, because if he just said just an incredible match, it's like, oh, the story, the heat, the stakes. But spectacle makes me think, oh, it's an attraction. Look at this 3-legged man. You know, it's like, where's the story in a 3-legged man? Well, actually, probably a pretty interesting story there.
Yeah.
Anyways, spectacle, I'm going to say went 4 3/4.
You're on the board, Steve. 4 3/4 is correct.
Yes, on the road to 7 out of 6.
It's not possible to get the first one wrong.
I mean, it's just as possible from this point on to get 7 out of 6 as it was a match ago. So,
I suppose it's true.
I got that going for me.
It was not possible in either respect. Next, for the Intercontinental title, Becky Lynch defeated Lyra Valkyria in a little bit over 25 minutes. This was a long write-up, and I distilled it to the most important bits, and it's still very long.
How professional of you.
So, this is what Dave said. By the stipulation, Valkyria can't challenge for the title as long as Becky is champion. A lot of this match was great, but it went too long. The Bayley interference didn't enhance things, and the spot where Valkyria's hands were zip-tied together and she accidentally got her hands free, and the zip ties came off early and she had to put them back on was so bad. He talks more about the zip ties. He says, zip ties came off. That sucked because what do? This happened 20 years ago. You would just work with it and start the comeback. And this day, of every single spot scripted in matches like this, she had to put her hands back in the zip ties, continue on like they had planned. Valkyria
can I stop you really quick here?
Sure.
When Dave says 20 years ago, do you think he actually is thinking of 40 years ago?
Yeah, this seems like something like 70s or 80s, yeah.
Right, okay,
Yeah.
thanks, sorry. Time is crazy that way. Anyways, I'm sorry, continue.
Anyways, Valkyria then did a few planned spots and moves with her hands zip-tied like she was Orange Cassidy, doing the hands in the pocket spots. It was actually quite great, including a middle rope moonsault with her hands tied. She was supposed to use something to release herself, but that didn't work. So she went under the ring and basically, with nobody watching, just took the zip ties off. They kept going and it started dragging. Becky got a crowbar, so the idea was to rear back and use it, and Bayley would show up and take it away, but Bayley was late, so poor Becky had to stand there and freeze until Bayley got there. Bayley took it away and refused to hit Valkyria with it. Bayley attacked Becky but missed the charge and went over the barricade. Valkyria did a butt drop and put Becky through a table. Bayley came back and went to punch Becky but moved, and Becky hit Valkyria with a manhandle slam for the pin. With all the stuff that looked so bad in other ways, the match was great.
4 stars then.
So close. 3 3/4.
Damn it! The entire time I was thinking 3 3/4, but then I was like, his issue with the match was the same as mine. It was really, really good.
Yeah.
But the bad things about it were so like pronounced that like it really did kind of take away from it. So wow, he went 3 3. After all that, he went 3 3/4.
3 3/4.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was thinking that the entire time, and then that punctuating sentence, I was like, nah, he gave it 4. Because I was thinking, oh, he would have gone 4.5 if it wasn't for those.
Yeah.
So he brought it down. But whatever.
All right. Let's see how I do in this next one. Of course, we had a cage match where Solo Sikoa retained the U.S. title against Jacob Fatu. Not a lot of editorializing here.
Ah, hell.
He says this. This was a copy of the Snuka versus Don Morocco cage match at Madison Square Garden in 1983, which is one of the most famous matches of that era because of the post-match where Snuka splashed him off the cage after a freak escape. Lots of headbutts. He fast forward towards the finish. Fatu had the door open and could have walked out and won, but instead he closed it. But he was distracted, and Sikoa hit the spike. Loa, Tonga, and Mateo handcuffed Fatu to the cage. He was about to go out, but Fatu broke the handcuffs and stopped him. Tonga slammed the door on Fatu's head, and Sikoa fell out of the cage to the floor. That's all you get.
Sounds like he didn't really have the kind of issues we had with this match. I'm going to say he went 3.5 stars.
They're a little high. He went 2 stars.
Wow.
2 stars.
He gave me nothing to work with.
No.
Besides referencing a historical match that I feel like he probably would have given 4 stars. Like, this
Maybe.
just was this match. Okay, well, why was it bad then, Dave?
Yeah, no. Yep, I know, not much to work with. Next, Dom Mysterio retains the...
Can you imagine that? Man, look, dude, rewind this for a second. I'm going to mull on this one. I'm going to chew this one over a little bit.
All right.
Imagine that. Like, you and I are sitting here doing our star ratings, and I'm like, oh, man, this reminded me of this classic. Oh, boy, this happened. I don't say one bad thing about it, and then you're like, oh, well, what star rating did you give it? 2?
What?
Like, what the fuck? You didn't say anything bad about that match.
And yet...
And then he's like, it's a steel cage, overbooking. Dave loves that shit. He references a historical classic. And then he says 2 stars. What the fuck is that? That's horrible.
Just so you know, there's not a whole lot of editorializing the rest of the way. He must have gotten tired of typing or something. I don't know. Next up here, it says Dominic Mysterio.
He had a bunch of mustard on his hand from his glizzies.
Yeah. 12-inch glizzy as advertised. Next, Dominic Mysterio beat AJ Styles to retain the U.S. title. It's the wrong belt, Dave. Dom has the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, so it was just the same title in the next match.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess so. There's 2 U.S. champions. He says this, early in the match, and I don't know what was supposed to happen, but Dominic took a bump for no reason. Dominic unzipped his boot. I'm just going straight to the finish because everything else is his description. Dominic unzipped his boot. Styles used the calf slicers, and the boot came off. Dominic got the boot, hit Styles with it, and followed with the frog splash for the pin. That's it. That's what you get.
All right. I mean, I thought the match was fine. I'm going to say he went 3.5 stars.
Tad high.
3 1/4.
He only went 2 3/4.
Really?
Yeah, this was like a fun match to kind of, get the memory of the U.S. title cage match out of your brain?
Something happened. He got grumpy.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm sick of this shit. Maybe somebody texted him and was like, hey, Brock is coming back. He's like, hell.
I don't know. All right, finally, main event. Cody Rhodes defeated John Cena to win the WWE title in 37 minutes, 41 seconds. Again, not a lot of editorializing here. Says this, Rhodes was booed a lot. He came out looking emotional. They did the basic Cena stuff early. It was a WWE main event title match filled with using the finishers over and over again. Let's fast forward to the
shit's
finish.
dope. Yeah, it should be like all the stars now.
Rhodes hit Crossroads number 2 for a near fall. Rhodes used a chair and then undid the bottom rope. Rhodes tried to hit him with the steel buckle, but Cena ducked twice. Cena used an STF using the bottom rope. Rhodes escaped and used an anaconda vice using the rope. All right. Rhodes then did... I don't think it was an anaconda vice, but anyways. Rhodes then hit Crossroads number 3, 4, and 5, and Cena kicked out. Cena did AA number 5 and 6, and then he did number 7 off the middle rope, and Rhodes kicked out. Rhodes did a Cody cutter off the top rope, through a table, and hit Crossroads number 6 to get the pin.
Jesus Christ, was it really 7 AAs?
According to Dave, it was.
Man, that guy was racking them up. Shit, I don't know. What was the very first thing he said in this?
Rhodes was booed a lot.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, look, man, I really love this match. I thought it was great. Dave didn't really say anything like that, but this might be that like sort of the inverse situation of the cage match, where it's like he doesn't say like great things about it, but then he ends up giving it a really, really good rating. I'm gonna kind of hedge my bets on that though. I'm gonna say he went. I'll say he went 4.5 stars.
What'd you give this one?
I think I gave this 5.
You know, your Cacho's aligned with Dave on this one. He gave it 5 stars as well.
Wow. There had to, and I'm not talking, you know, I'm not saying, oh, you should have given me this, but like there had to have been stuff in the pre-matter then. Like, you know, oh, they put on a classic. This is a great match. And then like in the actual write-up, like there's none of that shit. So, yeah, hey, you know what? That's great. Look, I just like that work is being respected and appreciated. The 5-star rating from the only guy whose opinion matters in this business.
Apparently.
David G. Meltzer.
So really is what's his middle name? George?
Grayson.
Interesting.
Yeah.
David Grayson Meltzer?
Yeah, sure. Yes. Definitively.
All right.
Sweet David Grayson Meltzer.
Hey, speaking of Sweet James, local injury
I know you
attorney,
sent me the thing.
has a new one where he's on the moon. New commercial.
Dude, have you noticed like the billboards are out of control for these injury attorneys? It's great. It's like the best thing. So
it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, that's all. You know, I feel like today was kind of like sometimes when we're on the court and we do a 3-point contest, when one of us sets a particular bar, we're just like, I'm not going to try to smoke this bar. I'm just going to try to get to that bar and do like 1 or 2 better.
Yeah.
And then we end up just tying and going to overtime.
Or it's a situation where we haven't played in a while and we're both kind of rusty.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Anyways, that's going to do it for our SummerSlam star rating reactions. Find out what he reacted, what he gave the, whatever the next shit is. For Clash? No, Forbidden Door. Oh, God. Who's in the hot? You're in the hot seat for Forbidden Door, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bunch of matches for me.
Unless we do a live stream to AAA and then we do one for that. What do? You want to do a reaction to AAA matches?
Maybe.
Fuck it, it's content, right? It's
I suppose.
Yeah. All right. That's our philosophy here at Friendo Club. Fuck it, it's video.
It's content.
It's content.
Something to put up.